We ask you to now please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the performing of our national anthem by Dave Albert. Dave is the music director and family pastor at the Freiburg AG in Freiburg, Maine. He and his wife have 3 children and are all big Sea Dog fans. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Albert.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gently still streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave.
All right, fans, this game can't start till we hear 2 very important words.
Welcome to Hadlock Field as the Reading Fightin' Phils take on the Portland Sea Dogs today on Friday night baseball. Now Reading has dominated this series so far. They've taken the past 3 nights of baseball on a win streak and pushing the Sea Dogs into a losing streak. They've now lost 5 straight as Reading has won 3 in a row yesterday. A dominating 5-2 win as they bookend the day with runs, scoring 3 in the top of the 9th. Madison Stokes tied it up in the 8th with a home run, and Sal Gazzo batted in the go-ahead run, and Bryson Stott a 2-run shot for some insurance runs, and it was Brian Marconi who saved the day on back-to-back games for a league-leading sole spot of number 1 in saves 11 on the season. And the first time that an Phils pitcher has pitched on back-to-back days. But today, it'll be right-hander Hans Kraus on the mound to face off against the righty Denji Reyes. And the Portland Sea Dogs play as the Maine Whoopie Pies today. So they are in their home white pants, brown jersey tops with white streaks, and a brown and white cap with the whoopie pie on the front. Your Reading Fightin' Phils are going to stay in those navy tops with Fightins on the front in white cursive and the home white pants with the alternate road cap. They've won 3 games in them, so obviously got to stick with what's working as they wear them for tonight's game. And it'll be Matt Kroon who steps up against Denye Reyes. And the first pitch comes in at 6:03 p.m., a swinging strike to Matt Kroon. And speaking of streaks, he's on one of his own, a 5-game hit streak, capped off by a couple of multi-hit games, as he takes a ball here from Denye Reyes. Foul ball back in the stands. It's going to pop down. A one-handed catch with a baby in his lap. That's one of those ones that makes the highlight reel. It's still hot here in Portland. They said it was going to cool down. It has not as of yet. They say 83, but it is humid and partly cloudy. So right now we don't have the sun impacting us and no breeze today. Although that flag out in center field is at half-mast to honor the U.S. service members and innocent civilians killed in the terrorist attack in Afghanistan. So our hearts go out to all those suffering in this moment, and the flags will remain at half-mast here in Portland, Maine. Race comes set. Here's the 2-2 to Kroon. A slow rolling ground ball off the tip of his bat. Race fields it himself, sends it to first, and there is one out. Tyreek Reed over and left as Danny Santana, who has played first in 2 games this series, will shift into the outfield at center as Jeremy Rivera is over and right. It'll be Potts, Fitzgerald, Williams, and Casas left to right in the infield. They've really shook things up in the lineup today. See if that will work for them as Race coming home to Ronaldo Hernandez behind the plate. A first pitch ball to Bryson Stott as they put a little bit of a shift on the lefty. Checks the swing, doesn't go around. There's ball 2. Oh, they got whoopie pies down in the stands they're handing out for Portland's game as the main whoopie pies. Race sends a called strike into Bryson Stott in the corner. It's Ben Phillips back behind the plate. He was there on Tuesday. Now he comes for the final time as Tom Fornarola shifts to third, and Louis Krupa is making the calls in right. Bryson Stott sends this out to right field, and it's over the bullpen. He'll start this ball game off with a solo shot. The exact same spot he put it last night, his 10th here in Double-A. Capped off last night's game with a home run. He's going to start off tonight with one as well. And he puts Reading up 1-0.
Josh Stevens.
388 feet, they tell me. I have that card from yesterday. I can tell you how far yesterday's went. As Josh Stevens steps up. And he sends one sharply to the first baseman, who will pick it up and send it to the pitcher. There's 2 outs. Yesterday, Stott went 390. Today, he goes 388.
Shortstop number 15, Madison Stokes.
And there's 2 outs now for Madison Stokes. Reyes comes inside to Steven. Got a lot more on that pitch, though. He didn't drive it as far. The exit velocity, 106 miles per hour. It was coming in less. Madison Stokes sends this deep to left. It's going to bounce off the wall. And he's going for 2. And does he avoid the tag? He does not. As the second baseman, Williams, puts it on him to end the inning. He should get at least a base hit for that. But tagged out at second, Reading takes a quick 1-0 lead thanks to Bryson Stott. It'll be Hans Kraus who comes up for the bottom half.
The Reading Fightin Field birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. Well, Bryson Stott, with his 10th home run of the season, gives us a 1-0 lead here as we go into the bottom of the first inning. As Hans Krause sets up on the mound for his 4th start here in a Reading uniform. Now, what I find interesting is that in 4 starts, he has pitched to 4 different catchers. Rodolfo Duran got his first, then Colby Fitch, Oscar Gonzalez, and today it's going to be Logan O'Hoppe back behind the plate. And Hans Krause comes up to O'Hoppe. There's ball 1. Danny Santana leading it off today. Santana just 1 hit in last night's ball game, but it was good enough to get a run in. We'll see how he does today in his rehab for the Red Sox. Krause whizzes him by him, 94 on the radar gun there. Left to right in the outfield is going to remain the same. Steven, Kroon, and Kumana. And yesterday's infield worked so well that we're going to stick with it for game number 2. Stott and Stokes manning the left side of the infield. That's their 3rd game over there apiece. Sal Gazzo at second and Brock Stassi at first. So the only change in the lineup today, obviously other than Hans Krause, is that Colby Fitch will be the designated hitter. As Santana fouls it back, 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Krause comes over the head, a big kick and fire. Very animated out there on the mound is Hans Krause. He's going to rock that light blue glove. As he comes set, gets the sign on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 2-2. It's low, and it's a full count now. So Hoppe's 2nd game behind the plate tonight after being called up. Up the middle goes Santana. It bounces over the glove of Stokes behind the bag. I think they'll probably give Santana a hit for that, but we'll have to see. And so the Maine Whoopie Pies off to the races here as Reading scores a run, and just as quickly they get a runner on the base paths here. Nobody out in the bottom of the 1st. It'll be Grant Williams for the righty on lefty matchup here. Bryson Stott is going to play in. Stassi will hold the runner on, everybody else back deep. Here's the pitch, a bunt attempt. They saw it, it's foul. And Williams will have to go again. Krause has a 3.29 ERA in 3 starts. Just 13 2/3 innings of work in Philadelphia's system. He had 51 innings of work for the Texas Rangers before being traded in that Spencer Howard deal. But the Phillies think that's working out pretty well for them. Glove at the chest, he comes set. Now he kicks and fires outside. We'll see if Williams shows sign of bunt once more. Santana looks ready to go, but the pitch is downstairs, no swing. Krause is topped out at 90 pitches for Reading, one of the longest to go for the Fightins. Got that build-up in Texas's system, though. So we'll see how long he goes today, but I'm sure Reading looking for a solid outing from their starter. Madison Stokes tracks this one back behind third base. He'll make the catch And there's one away. Here's Tristan Casas now. Casas 0 for 4 yesterday. The top prospect having a rough day. Actually hasn't had a hit all series. The first day 0 for 4. On Wednesday night 0 for 1, though he did have 3 walks. And then last night did not record a hit either. Step very far back in the lefty batter's box with Santana on first. He'll take Kraus deep. Tracking back Kroon. He holds still and makes the catch in front of the warning track. Santana is going to tag, but the throw is cut off. And so he advances on the fly out to center. There's 2 away here for Ronaldo Hernandez. The wind actually pushing in here, and that definitely played a role in that ball holding up in center field. Hernandez getting the night off yesterday. He caught Tuesday night's game and had a solo home run. And Hans Kraus will send him ball 1. Runner on second. There is 2 outs now as Reading leads by 1 in the bottom of the first. A swing and a miss. And it gets by O'Hoppe. He's going to eat it, not throw it over to third as Santana takes a bag and gets 1 step closer to home plate. He is the tying run here in the bottom of the first. But a swinging strike goes in the books for Hernandez. Kraus focused on the batter here. Gets a called strike upstairs at the letter. It's 1 and 2 here. Strike away from getting out of this frame clean. That will go in as a wild pitch that allowed Santana to advance. Fly ball out to left. Going back, Steven Kroon bounces off the wall. That main monster kept that from being a home run. Hustling to third. Here's the throw from Stassi over to Stott. And the tag is placed. He is out. A run will score to tie it up. And they should at least give Hernandez a RBI double for that. As we go into the top of the second, tied at 1 apiece.
Gear up for the Fightin Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Well, interesting to say, but a double ended the inning as Ronaldo Hernandez tied things up, sending home Danny Santana, but Josh Steven gets an outfield assist. He throws it to Brock Stassi and then on to third to Bryson Stott, who made the tag and retired Hernandez there. So the inning ended, but we're tied up at 1 as Logan O'Hoppe comes up to bat against Reyes, takes a ball and a strike. Both teams 1 run on 2 hits in the first. An interesting start in this series that has been very close. O'Hoppe with a swing and a miss. Here the wind kind of picking up a little bit, pushing in from center field. And a called strike 3 as O'Hoppe turns around, heads back to the dugout. There's 1 out now for Grenny Kumana, who comes up here for the first time in the top of the second. Now, Denji Reyes has pitched in 15 games for the Sea Dogs, just 4 starts. So this is only his 5th start of the season. More of a reliever than anything, but they'll call upon him here out of the gate. Has a 3.57 ERA in 45 1/3 innings of work. Strikeout averaging over 1 per inning. He's only got 1 in today's game as Grenny Kumana fouls it up the third baseline. It's 1-2. Kumana pops it up into an odd spot in left center. Ranging in is Tyreek Reed, and he'll make the catch down low. There's out number 2. Here's Brock Stassi. Stassi has played in 3 straight games now since returning from injury. He was really only going 1 off, 1 on, 1 off, 1 on, but has been producing for the Fightin Phils, so he's feeling good. They're going to keep him in the lineup. And looks stellar over at first as he takes a called strike. 2 quick outs for Denji Reyes here. Stassi goes up the first base line. It is foul, and there's strike 2. Decent crowd here at Hadlock Field. That picnic area is full. Up the first base side. As Stassi pops another one foul. Now they've got a cool section of seats in the right field area. Kind of like a long bar seating, but it's in rows. I don't even know how to describe that. It's like giant rectangle boxes, and you're sitting behind them. So you have like a table in front of you. You can eat there. It's cool. Look it up. Hadlock Field, Portland, Maine. Stassi, the 2-2, gets a piece of it. And it'll stay alive here with 2 outs to tie ball game in the top of the second. He holds off on a pitch in the dirt. And here's the payoff pitch, a slow roller to second. Williams backhanded on to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Denji Reyes as he sits the Fightins down in order. It will be Hans Kraus back to keep the scoreless ball game in the bottom half.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season. Well, before we start this inning, Madison Stokes has a few quick words with Salgazzo at second. He jogs back. It's Hans Kraus on to face Hudson Potts here. He takes a swinging strike to start us off at the bottom of the second. We are tied at 1 apiece. Bryson Stott with his 10th home run of the season. Scored in the top of the first, and Hernandez batted in the MLB rehabber Danny Santana to tie us up in the bottom half. Reading was sat down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. So if you're just joining us, tied at 1, Hans Kraus on the mound here in the bottom of the second. Looking for a clean frame. And he comes inside to Hudson Potts. Bounces it in the dirt. A nice sliding block by O'Hoppe. And the count evens at 2. Now Kraus comes inside here, but he's doing a windup on the mound. Earlier he had talked about just pitching out of the stretch. He thought that's where his best pitches come from, but now I've watched him with runners on and without runners on, and he's clearly doing a windup here as he kicks and fires with a big step. A foul ball from Hudson Potts will keep the count full. And he did pitch out of the stretch with runners on, so have to ask him about that later. right now. The payoff pitch here to Hudson Potts bounces in the dirt, and he'll walk Potts on here to start off this bottom of the second. Excuse me. Some more things going on in Phillies Nation as Adam Hazley promoted from Jersey Shore to Lehigh Valley. And so now, 4 number 1 picks for Philadelphia, all in Lehigh Valley, with Alec Boehm, Mickey Moniak, and CeCe Randolph all there as well. And former R. Braden Zarbniski placed on the injured list today, so we wish him the best in the rest of the season as Fitzgerald takes a swinging strike. The Phillies play at 7:05 against the Diamondbacks today. Lehigh Valley also a 7:05 start, as well as Jersey Shore. And Clearwater getting underway in just a few moments. Kraus misses inside, 1-1. Now, I'm sure you other Phillies fans read what I read today. It is that JT Realmuto will be getting some time at first base. The lineup card coming in today, it's Andrew Knapp, who's behind the plate to catch Aaron Nola. Now, that's been kind of a thing, as Fitzgerald fouls his back, evening the count at 2, is that Nola has pitched to so many catchers in the Phillies system, way more than he has thrown to JT. And is very comfortable with Knapp behind the plate. Not to say that JT isn't the starting catcher, but Joe Girardi said we might see him at first a little bit to end the season, but it's Brad Miller who's over there tonight as Fitzgerald throws his bat and he pops it. Kraus has to fire it over from the middle of the infield grass onto first. He threw his bat. He almost forgot to run. The bat went foul. The ball went fair. And Kraus made a controlled play to throw it over. As Hudson Potts shifts to second, there is one out now. Here's Roldani Baldwin, who's the designated hitter. Now Baldwin and Denji Reyes, the starter for the Portland Sea Dogs, all played in the Tokyo Olympics over the summer. So both of them gone for about a month. Denji Reyes played for the Dominican Republic, as did Rodani Baldwin. Now, Reyes got an inning of work. Clean frame against South Korea, just threw 10 pitches to get his team out of the inning, and Baldwin got some time as well as he chases this offering from Hans Kraus. There's strike one. Baldwin gets tied up on the inside, so all he's able to do is put this ball in foul territory. And Kraus has him in a good spot here, 1-2. Still looking for his first strikeout of the game, as we're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams 1 run on 2 hits, though. Hudson Potts is out in scoring position on second base here with 1 out. Kraus will pitch out of the stretch here as he looks back at second. Now he comes home, he checks his swing, but he doesn't go around. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kraus leans his torso over with the ball in his throwing hand as he gets the sign from the catcher, O'Hoppe. Now he'll stand his torso kind of on a 45-degree angle, looks back, looks forth, looks back. He comes home, and a called strike 3 on the inside corner. And it's almost like Baldwin doesn't even know that was it. Can't believe that was called. He's checking with the umpire as he finally starts heading towards the dugout. A big strikeout number 1 for Hans Kraus here. And it's Jeremy Rivera who comes up with 2 outs and a runner on. Shadows coming on the field of play as first and third is in the sun. Everywhere else is shaded by the stadium. Rivera steps in the lefty batter's box. The righty Kraus takes a moment to gather himself. Here's the 0-1, way high, a good pop by O'Hoppy back there. 6-2. Stand up, cover a lot of ground back behind the plate. Potts takes a pretty good lead off of second. It's Madison Stokes who's holding him on. Instead, Kraus comes home, ground ball. It's foul. And there's strike 2. Lots of people out in the crowd with their main whoopie pie shirts and jerseys, as that's what they're playing as tonight. But I see someone up there with a Bryce Harper shirt. Jersey, I guess you call that shirt-jersey combo. As Rivera takes a ball outside. A couple of Phillies hats trickling in the mix down there, back behind home plate. Kraus looking to get out of this inning clean and get his team right back up to bat. He's already got 2 outs, but he's got the go-ahead runner on second. Comes upstairs, ball 3. Wind is picking up just a little bit. Still coming in from center field as Kraus races 36 pitches here, trying to get out of the bottom of the second to keep the tie at 1. He's got a full count to Jeremy Rivera at the plate with Potts on second. He'll look back, and the payoff pitch is swing and a miss, and he got a piece of it, so he'll stay alive. Who's on the bench for Reading tonight? It's Chris Cornelius, Jack Conley, and Luke Miller, who's back there. As Rivera fouls another one back. Kraus's speed really changed with the runners on the base paths. Much more slow as the payoff pitch comes in. And it must miss a little bit down low. That's ball 4, and he's issued 2 walks in this half inning as Jeremy Rivera takes first. There's runners on first and second with 2 outs here for the number 9 hitter, Tyreek Reed. Krause's first time facing Reed as he gets through the lineup once here in the bottom of the second. We'll give Reed a called strike. Two on, two out. He's trying to get out of this frame clean. Reading has had really good offense production that have given their pitchers a little bit of wiggle room in these past few games. Now, don't get me wrong, the pitchers have been great, both starters and relievers, but having some insurance runs certainly doesn't hurt. As Reed fouls it back, he'll move his count to 0-2. Some other roster moves from the Philadelphia Phillies coming in today. Zach Eflin, who had rehabbed back with Reading a couple days ago, looked great out there. He had taken some rest days before heading back to the Phillies. And then got the start in last night's game as Tyreek Reed sends this one into the stands. And it bounces just back. Logan O'Hoppe was tracking that as far as he could to the net behind home plate. Now that net is not as tall as the one that Reading has. And he couldn't catch it as it ended up falling on the other side. And he'll keep his 0-2 count as Krause one strike away from getting out of this frame clean. So Zach Eflin hit the injured list today. And there must be some change in the lineup as they have tweeted that Andrew Knapp and Luke Williams are on the COVID-related IL. So they have called up Rafael Marchand as Hans Krause gets a swinging strike to end this inning. 2 Ks and no runs scored for Krause as he strands 2 on the base pass. So Reading has a chance to break this tie in the top of the third at Hadlock Field. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
And thank you so much, Saco Valley Credit Union.
Well, I didn't get to finish reading that tweet by the Phillies because I got really excited. Jorge Bonifacio's contract reselected from Lehigh Valley. So after he cleared waivers, after they DFA'd him, he cleared waivers. Nobody picked him up. He went to Lehigh Valley. A day later, he gets called back up with Luke Williams hitting the COVID-related IL. And tough moves for Philadelphia, losing Rhys Hoskins yesterday. Eflin scratched from his start. Now he's back on the injured list with knee flare-ups. And Knapp and Williams out. So they'll call upon some younger guys. Rafael Marchand, who we got to see in one game for the Reading Fightin Phils. As Colby Fitch comes up for the first time today. Bounces it back. The count evens 1-1. We're all tied up at 1. Both teams have 2 hits. And Fitch lines it right into the glove of the shortstop, Fitzgerald. Hit hard, but just tough luck there as Fitzgerald shaded more towards the bag. Barely even has to take a step. And there's one away now for Sal Gazzo. Gazzo, the clutch hit of the day last night. He tied us up in the top of the 9th. Looking for a hit all night, and he gets it when the our Phils most need it. And if that isn't the definition of clutch, I don't know what is. And he takes a called strike to start off his at-bat. The sun has gone far enough down that the entire field is in the shadows now, so shouldn't be a factor for the rest of the ball game. Sun setting about 30 minutes earlier here at Hadlock Field than it does at First Energy Stadium, just because so much further north. I think when I drove up here, it's like 480 miles, something like that, from Reading, Pennsylvania. Here's the 1-1. Gazzo is going to put it down in front of the center fielder, Santana. Perfect line drive. And the shortstop, Fitzgerald, was not close enough for that, so we'll get a base hit here in the top of the 3rd as we head back to the top of the order with Matt Kroon. And so I'm going to have to give you an update on who's back behind the plate. I imagine that it's got to be Real Muto now. Is got to give Marchand a chance to get there. Luckily, the Iron Pigs are at home at Coca-Cola Park, so he was in the lineup, then was pulled. Tom and I were wondering why. Now we know why. But their game's starting in about 20 minutes. So is around the rest of the league. Reading here an opportunity to get on top as Matt Kroon pokes it in the gap on the left side of the infield. He'll send Sal Gazzo to second. Back-to-back hits by the Fightins here with 1 out. They are brewing something in the top of the 3rd. And here's Bryson Stott now with 2 on. And just 1 out. Stott had a solo shot. And the top of the 1st inning that put Reading on the board. Leaning over, Denji Reyes. An interesting fact about Reyes is his faith is really a big part of his game, or really a big part of his life now. A lot of players say that, a lot of players really, attribute a lot of their success to God, to a higher power. You always see guys pointing up at the sky when they cross home. Reading does have a big chapel program on Sundays that they do, but Denji Reyes has a YouTube channel where he promotes his faith in God and encourages others to do so as well. It is called Historia Biblica y Más, which means Bible history and more. And he talks about what the glory of God means, so it's a true follower right there, and attributes a lot of his success to that. Here's the 1-1 to Bryson Stott. Comes outside, ball 2. Sal Gazzo out on second, Matt Kroon on first. There's just 1 out here in the top of the 3rd, where we're tied at 1 apiece. The shortstop, Fitzgerald, playing back behind second base, so Stott a lot of the times able to go the opposite way. We'll see if he can do it here right now. But instead, he takes ball 3. And Reyes is 1 ball away from loading the bases here. in the top of the third. And he takes ball 4. Bryson Stott holds off at a pitch in the outside corner. Gets the call he's looking for and heads down to first as Kroon shifts to second. And Salgazzo over at third. Reading has the bases loaded here, trying to break a 1-1 tie. Josh Stephen is the man at the plate here, 0 for 1 today, grounding out to the first baseman, but it was hit sharply. And we'll see what he can do now with only 1 out. Anything he puts in the outfield should score a run with the speedy Salgazzo over at third. Comes downstairs for a called strike. Reyes leaning over. Potts is going to play in everybody else in the infield back deep. And here's the pitch to Josh Stephen. It gets by the catcher Hernandez. Salgazzo coming home. And he crosses easily. Reading takes a 2-1 lead. Everybody else advances as well. And a big pickup there. Josh Stephen didn't even have to do anything up at the plate, as Reading able to score a run. I imagine that goes in as a wild pitch, but I'll let you know how they score that, whether it's on the pitcher or the catcher. But either way, Reading scores a run. And the infield's going to play in now. Stephen sends it sky high, but it's going to stay in the infield, so nobody's going to be able to tag up as the catch is made by the shortstop, Fitzgerald. There's 2.
Shortstop, number 15.
And that does go in as a wild pitch on the pitcher. And here is Madison Stokes now with 2 in scoring position and 2 out. Stokes batting .205 in that situation. Reyes comes home to Stokes outside, ball 1. Kroon on third, Bryson Stott on second. Stokes chases an off-speed pitch down and away, strike 1. Rays up to 45 pitches, trying to get through the top of the third here. Stokes takes it deep to left, tracking all the way back. It bounces off the wall. Reed misplays it, and coming to second as Madison Stokes, 2 runs will score, and Reading takes a commanding 4-1 lead here in the top of the third. Stokes, another double to his name. And perfect timing as well. Bounces it off that main monster. His 20th of the season here. And now there'll be a runner in scoring position for Logan O'Hoppe. Ground ball right side. A diving Williams able to get it. He steps up from deep in the hole at second, sends it over to first. A well-hit ball by Logan O'Hoppy, but well played by the second baseman. Ends the inning here not before Reading puts a 3 spot in the top of the third. They lead by 3 here going into the bottom half of the third with Hans Kraus.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
To at Portland Sea Dogs. Dave would like to thank Trademark Credit Union for sponsoring today's Maine Whoopie Pies game and our Fanny Pack giveaway. You're invited to their free end of the summer block party at their new South Portland branch, complete with live music, food, trucks, and kids games.
Well, Hans Kraus is going to have some insurance runs here. He let off a run in the bottom of the first, but put up a scoreless second. So we'll see how he fares in the third. Reading scored 3 in the top half, so they give him a 3-run lead. And he's back to the top of the order with Danny Santana, who is one of the 2 hits against him in today's ballgame. Kraus sends a first pitch ball into the Major League rehabber and comes downstairs again for ball 2. Santana drills it deep to right, looking up Kumana. Does it land fair? It does. And a solo shot from Danny Santana will lead off the top of the third inning. And the Sea Dogs will cut Reading's lead in half, but still have a 2-run advantage. And Santana, the Major League rehabber, has seen success against Hans Kraus.
The second baseman, number 51, Grant Williams.
Here's Grant Williams now, as Kraus still looking for his first out of the frame. Danny Santana hit that ball 346 feet. This one won't go quite as far as Josh Stephen on the run makes the catch. There's one out.
Tristan Casas.
Here's Tristan Casas now 0 for 1. Bottom of the third, 1 out on the board for Hans Kraus. Reading leads 4-2 over the Portland Sea Dogs. comes set here. And the 1-0 outside, 2-0. There's a called strike. Lights have come on here at Hadlock Field. The sun beginning to set back behind the ballpark. Still light in the sky, though. And there is rain on the East Coast down further than we are here. It's so weird. I usually, Pennsylvania is the Northeast, but we are really in the Northeast, the New England area up here. So rain has delayed the Phillies game to 7:30. As Casas takes ball 4, he'll down to first. And there'll be a runner on and 1 out now for Ronaldo Hernandez. Hernandez, the other player that has gotten a hit off of Krause today, just he and Santana have been the only successful ones. And he comes home to Hernandez for a called strike. Swing and a miss is strike 2, and Krause ahead in the count here over Hernandez. Runner on first, 1 away. And a swing and a miss by Hernandez is strikeout number 3 for Hans Krause. A good pickup there for the starter. And there's 2 away in the top of the 3rd. Reading leads 4 runs on 5 hits to the Sea Dogs, 2 runs on 3 hits. That's exactly what I'm talking about before, is that they've really given the pitching an opportunity. And Krause is going to go over to first. Stassi with the catch, but Koss is not really taking much of a lead over at first. There's ball 1. Now, it took Reyes 48 pitches to get through 3 innings of work as Krause nears 60. But he has the lead as he sends 92 right through the hands of Hudson Potts. The count moves to 1-1. Krause slowing down with runners on. Gets a pop foul near the press box. Good enough for strike 2. And just quickly to go over the signs, O'Hoppe gonna hop out to Krause. Did not do that on purpose there. And they just one quick word to each other before he comes back behind the plate. You know how they mic up athletes? That's something I would like to have access to up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Krause a strike away from getting out of the bottom of the 3rd clean. Gets a fly ball out to center. Kroon on the run, tracking back. He's at the warning track. He settles under it, and he makes the grab to retire the side. 1 run scores off the bat of Danny Santana, but Reading ahead by 2 going into the 4th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Krause gives up just a home run to Danny Santana, so Reading keeps a 2-run lead as they're up to bat. Randy Kumana on the first pitch. A slow roller up the third baseline. All the way across the diamond goes Hudson Potts. And there's out number 1 at the top of the 4th.
34, Brock Stassi.
Here's Brock Stassi now. Called strike to Stassi, grounded to second in his first at-bat. Now Stassi, 15 walks since joining the Reading Fightin' Phils, just 6 strikeouts. Talk about a mature approach at the plate. Most people have that in the reverse, but Stassi, more patient than not, has had a couple of 3-walk games. Yesterday, of course, he had 1. Had 2 back on Wednesday night as well. Takes ball 2. And Stassi fouls it back. It's the net behind home plate. There's strike 2. Now his last 2 starts have been, Hans Krause that is, have been game 2 of doubleheader, since Reading has had back-to-back doubleheader Saturdays. So nice to see him get a typical routine going. Stassi punches this out to center field. Tracking in is Danny Santana. He'll make the catch, and there's out number 2.
Designated hitter, number 8.
He's held the Sea Dogs to just 2 runs on 3 hits. He's up a little bit in pitch count, but He's kept the score right where it needs to be, as Reyes has given up 4 runs on 5 hits. Nobody's made an error in the field as we're 2 outs into the top of the 4th. Here's Colby Fitch. Fitch had a hard-hit ball in his first at-bat, but just right where the shortstop was standing. And Fitch takes strike 1 inside. Shift on the lefty bat here, as always. So Hudson Potts really manning the left side of the infield. Three balls, 1 strike. Colby Fitch capable of getting himself on here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. He holds off on a pitch that bounces before the plate, and that is a walk as he heads down to first. And here is Sal Gazzo, 1 for 1 on the day. Gazzo pops back the first pitch he sees, a foul. Two out here at the top of the 4th. Reading has a 2-run lead, but of course would love to add to that if they could with Colby Fitch out on first. Reyes sets up, glove at the waist. Now he kicks and fires home. Gazzo holds off inside. After him, we'll go back to the top of the order as Matt Kroon has continued his hit streak to 6 games in a row. Reyes has really slowed down here. Just over the 60 pitch mark. With a runner on first and 2 outs. Called strike as he'll finally come home. Nice breeze going on here at Hadlock Field right now. Still coming in the ballpark, but feels much nicer in the broadcast booth. It's been a hot past few days. Gazzo bat on his shoulder. Chases the pitch downstairs, a drop, 3rd strike. Hernandez has to throw it to first. And that'll do it. 3 outs here as Reading doesn't put a run on the board here in the top of the 4th, but they still lead by 2 going into the bottom half.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Leading off for the Whoopie Pies, the shortstop, number 42, Ryan Fitzgerald.
Hans Kraus back on the rubber here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Reading leads by 2. And he will pitch against Ryan Fitzgerald, who ropes one up the first baseline. It's foul, though, as signaled by the umpire. Close ball there from Fitzgerald. Kraus is looking back and right. He's waiting for Grenny to be able to retake his position. How courteous of him. And he sends Fitzgerald a ball there. Reading scored 1 in the first. Then the Portland Sea Dogs followed up with another one. Reading put 3 on in the top of the third. The Sea Dogs followed up with another one. It's been a lot of back and forth this entire series, but Reading on top 3-0 at worst. They split this series. At best, they keep taking away from the playoff chasing Portland Sea Dogs as Kraus comes upstairs. Here's the 3-1 from Kraus. Fitzgerald sends it high in the sky. Backing up, Salgazzo calls everybody off, makes the catch on the outfield grass edge, and there's out number 1. Here's Oldani Baldwin now, struck out looking off the hands of Kraus in the second. Gets a foul ball back by Baldwin, and the count evens at 1. Now it's really raining at home, so good thing the Fightins are on the road here, don't have to deal with the tarp at First Energy Stadium. Baldwin puts this one up again. Backing up is the shortstop Stokes. He makes the catch right behind third, and that's a quick out number 2 for Hans Kraus.
The batter is your batter, number 15, Jeremy Rivera.
Here's Jeremy Rivera, number 8 in the order. He walked back in the second, but wasn't able to advance over. So he takes ball 1 from Hans Kraus. Kraus sets up at the chest here, a big kick. Now he's out of the stretch again. There's nobody on base, so he's gone back and forth with throwing with a windup and out of the stretch. And if that'll be another contributing factor for him to be able to throw off the batters. Kraus, once again. A slow leg kick here as Rivera goes for the bunt. Stott barehands it over to Stassi. He keeps his foot on the bag. What a play up the line by Bryson Stott to end this inning. A quick 1-2-3 by Hans Kraus puts Reading back up to bat in the top of the 5th here at Hadlock Field.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
Matt Kroon starts off this inning with a bang, sends it deep to right field, tracking it back, Rivera. And it's over the fence. Matt Kroon on one swing. Out to right field, an opposite shot, and he puts the Reading Fightin Phils up 5-2.
Third baseman number 6.
Tom, you got back in your seat just in time there. See that solo shot by Matt Kroon, another 2-hit day for the leadoff guy. And he'll hand the bat over to Bryson Stott. It's still Denji Reyes now, 65 pitches here in the top of the 5th. Reading has added to their lead. They're up by 3 now. Kroon has really picked it up since that series against the Bowie Bay Sox, where he hit 3 home runs. Now he adds a 4th. And they're going to tell me how far that went. 374 feet, 102 miles an hour off the bat by Matt Kroon. Bryson Stott goes up the middle. A diving Fitzgerald can't come up with it. He's going to hustle for two. Here's the throw at second. He slides in safely, and Stott turns a single into a double with some hustle. And he gets himself in scoring position now for Josh Steven. That's one of those things that makes Bryson Stott a game changer. He's hitting over 400 in August now, Tom tells me. That's a good fact for you guys. I think that's one of those things, though, that really makes him an elite player, is that he could have easily stopped at first, had a successful single, got there with ease, not have to worry. Instead, he turned it into a double. As Steven pokes it the opposite way, it's going to drop in. Stott over to third. He's being held up by Sean. And back-to-back hits puts runners on here on the corners now for Reading. Oh no, I accidentally put that in the fourth inning in my book. Good news for Whiteout. Stott has had 17 multi-hit games in the month of August, as we see a visit now from their pitching coach, Lance Carter, here. As Ray is starting to get hammered, there is somebody up in the bullpen.
All right, fans, we've got some more whoopie pie trivia for you. Remember to
and even going back to that play that Stott had made to end the prior inning, just really able to put in the work both defensively and offensively. That's only his third game at third base. And he makes a great play up the line. Trying to cut up Matt Kroon's home run for you guys, as the entire infield comes in to chat with Carter and their starter Rays.
The shortstop, number 15.
And they'll hand the ball over to Madison Stokes now. Stokes 2 for 2 against Rays, so a good opportunity for Reading here to score a run, as we'll see him for the third time today, and probably one of the last few batters for Rays. Runners on the corners here, and there's still nobody out, as Kroon started this inning off with a home run. Bryson Stott a double. And Josh Steven poked it the opposite way for a single into left. So Reading has 2 on, nobody out for Madison Stokes. Takes back-to-back balls from Rays. And he sends a called strike home to Stokes. Goes over to first. Steven able to dive back in time. Does look a little bit jumpy over there, but he's not going to risk anything except maybe trying to get the team out of a potential double play spot here. Does have a team high 4 stolen bases on this, or 5 stolen bases on the season after he took one yesterday. Stokes sends it out to left field. Back on the warning track, Reed. He's going to make the catch. And tagging at third is Bryson Stott. Reading puts their 7th run of the ball game on the board. And a sacrifice fly for Madison Stokes will add an RBI to his name. Here for Logan O'Hoppe now. Did that math wrong. 6 runs. 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and 2 here in the fifth. We'll see if they can get a 7th now, as they still have Steven out on first. For the catcher, Hoppy had 2 hits in his first Double-A game yesterday. Now he's gone 0 for 2. Prime opportunity with just 1 out on the board. Reading 6 runs on 8 hits. Portland 2 runs on 3 hits. With Josh Steven out on first, O'Hoppy gets his first offering a ball outside. Fouls it up the third baseline. There's strike 1. Steven. Pretty nice lead off of first. He's being held on by Tristan Casas. And he's going as O'Hoppy sends it up the third baseline, but it just trickles foul in front of the bag. So he'll have to go back. Steven will have to go back on the hit and run. But a good effort by the 2 of them. One ball, 2 strikes now the count. Reading leads 6-2 here. They've had 4 games in a row where they've gotten at 10+ hits. They're 2 shy, and we're only in the middle of this ball game to do so again. Runner on first. Reyes going back to Steven, but he dives back in time. Now he knows he's going to try to take second. O'Hoppy holds off on a pitch down and away, ball 2. Wind picking up, it's pushing in. As Reyes pitches 77 here. O'Hoppy gets the called time he's looking for. The righty steps out of the batter's box here. Reyes taking a while on the mound with traffic on the base path, so try to throw off O'Hoppy's rhythm. Now he'll take a step out and throw off the starter's rhythm. With a runner on and 1 away, here's the 2-2 count. Popped up foul. He'll get to go again. Here it's slamming into the seats. A great catch by a fan. Get to go home with one of the best souvenirs in all of baseball. Steven still out on first. There's just 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Reading has already put 2 runs on the board. Here's the 2-2 runner going. Ground ball left side. It could have been 2, but Steven on the run is able to come into second quickly. And so O'Hoppy just out at first on a ground ball to the shortstop. And Steven advances to second. And he got himself out of an inning-ending double play. The Fightins have been very clean on the base paths this series. Their running has looked elite, and it saved them from getting, out into double plays in that situation. Really great traveling from first to third, which gets you into a good scoring position. And it'll be Grenny Kumana now with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Reyes steps off the rubber. It looks like they're going to try to let him get through this frame. Kumana batting .280 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Leaning over, Reyes gets the sign from his catcher, Hernandez. Josh Stephen out on second. And Kumana belts it up the third baseline, foul. Right idea, just shifted a little bit too far to the left. Reyes looks back at Steven on second. Really focusing in on him. The 0-1 comes home inside. Steven out on second. There's 2 outs. Grenny Kumana anxiously awaiting a pitch here. Sets up in the righty batter's box. The righty Reyes leans over. He clips him. On the knee, maybe. Kumana bending over. Trying to walk it off. And I do believe that will be it for the starter Reyes, as the trainer, Chris Terrian, is going to come out and check with Grenny, and the manager, Corey Wimberly, is going to take the ball from Reyes. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here with a pitching change and to see how Grenny's doing in the top of the 5th.
The Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with a bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ballgame away from other fans. Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub may accommodate up to 30 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game from a unique vantage point. Visit rphils.com for more information.
When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, DJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trans R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
Kumana checked out by the trainer Chris Terrian, and he seems okay as he jogs down to first. They'll have a call to the bullpen here. Try to get out of the top of the 5th as Emmanuel De Jesus on to pitch for Denji Reyes here. There's 2 runners on. Those belong to Reyes, but there's 2 outs now for Brock Stassi. Stassi takes the called strike at the knees. Steven on second. And Kumana on first after being hit by a pitch. Reading leads 6 runs on 8 hits to Portland's 2 runs on 3 hits. Now a lefty comes in to face the lefty, Brock Stassi. Sun is almost fully set here. Baseball under some Friday night lights. No people are anxiously awaiting the start of football, but I think I could hang in here with some more baseball like this. Stassi goes into the hole at first. The first baseman ranges over. Makes the play onto the pitcher, and DeJesus gets the job done in relief as he strands 2 on for the Fightins, but they've already put up another 2 here in the top of the 5th. So as we go into the bottom half, it will be Hans Kraus who comes out for another inning with a 4-run lead.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Leading off for the Whoopie Pies, the left fielder, number 37, Tyreek Reed.
Well, Hans Kraus on for another inning of work. He's got some more run support here, up by 4 coming into the bottom of the 5th inning. 73 pitches. His largest outing for Reading has been 90 pitches, so I think they'll at least give him this inning, if not the next, depending on how it goes. A foul ball back that's coming for the camera. Doesn't hit the camera. And it's strike 1. Aggressive foul ball search here up by the press box. The cameraman cannot find it. Swing and a miss by Tyreek Reed. Makes it 0-2. The number 9 hitter is 0 for 1. Then we go back to the top of the order, and it does look like it's Danny Santana who's coming in. He got 5 innings of work in his first game of rehabbing yesterday. They gave him 6. Actually 7, I think it was. He came out in the 8th, so we'll see how long he goes today as Reed is rung up the 2nd time today. The 4th strikeout by Hans Kraus. And the 6th batter in a row that he has sat down, as Santana's really been the only one to get after him today. The Major League rehabber has had 2 hits, a single, and a home run, scored twice, and those are just 2 of the 3 hits he's given up today. So we'll see who comes out on top this time. And Santana's going to take a called strike at the knees. Bottom of the 5th inning, Reading leads 6-2 over the Portland Sea Dogs. And Kraus comes outside. Count evens at 1. Santana chases. Off-speed pitch by Kraus gets strike 2. In the dirt he comes. Once again, we're even 2-2. The Phillies have begun their ball game. They are scoreless in the bottom of the 1st after a 30-minute rain delay. And Aaron Nola is now throwing to Real Muto. Ground ball up to first. Brock Stassi barehands it, calls off Kraus. He'll touch the bag himself. And this time, Kraus comes out ahead of Danny Santana without number 2. Lehigh Valley trails by 1 to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Mickey Moniak and Matt Vierling, RBIs to their name. Kraus looking for another 1-2-3 inning of work. He'll go against Grant Williams this time. Williams sends it sky high, should be playable. Kraus on the mound. It's Bryson Stott who calls everybody off as he runs up the hill, and he makes the catch. Kraus lets his position player do the job. And a 1-2-3 inning, he sits him down in a row. Reading leads by 4 going into the top of the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings from Hans Kraus keeps Reading ahead in this ball game as they lead 6-2 here in the top of the 6th. And it is De Jesus who will come out. He got an out to end the 5th. Stranded 2 runners on. Colby Fitch pokes one up the third baseline, but it goes foul. It'll be Fitch, Gazzo, then back to the top of the order. And Fitch takes a called strike 2. I'm interested to see if they put Fitch in the outfield at all. We saw him one game at left early on, but really only have 3 slated outfielders on the roster now. Now Stokes can go back there as Fitch takes a called strike 3. They'll head back to the dugout with one away. Stokes obviously can go out there, but they kind of really need him in the infield. So I would not be surprised if we saw Colby Fitch out there sometime, just to give one of those guys a day off. And here's Salgazzo now, 1 for 2. I do see somebody warming in the bullpen for Reading. So, might possibly see a different arm than Hans Kraus. Nick Lackney warming up out there as Gazzo gets tied up on the inside on 3 straight pitches. De Jesus will get another strikeout. And here we go to Matt Kroon now with 2 away.
Matt Kroon.
Kroon 2 for 3, a solo shot in his last at bat. Takes a called strike 1. De Jesus working quickly here. Out of the bullpen, just 10 pitches. He's recorded 3 outs so far. One ball, 1 strike. The lefty comes to the righty.
Your attention, please.
Ground ball up the third baseline, foul.
Joshua Waring to guest services. Christopher Allen and Joshua Waring.
There's strike 2. Kroon gets a little dribbler foul, and he'll get to continue on with his at-bat. Reading's best day to play is Friday nights. They've had a team-high 8 wins on Friday nights, looking to make it 9 as they lead by 4 here in the top of the 6th. De Jesus to Kroon. He gets a piece of it to stay alive. De Jesus keeps his glove at his head while he gets the sign from his catcher. Stands facing his team's dugout. Takes too long. Kroon calls for time. Kroon sends it up in the sky on the right side of the infield. The second baseman makes the catch, one step into the grass. And a quick 1-2-3 frame for De Jesus in relief. To the bottom of the sixth we go, Reading up 6-2.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
And there are a lot of young fans watching the game from the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital just up the hill in Maine Medical Center. We hope they get better soon. Let's join Slugger and give the kids our Get Well wave. And the sixth inning is sponsored by the Better Business Bureau. Score a home run with BBB. Find a trusted business at bbb.org. This pitching change brought to you by Royal River Heat Pumps. Now pitching for Reading, number 25, Nick Lackney. Leading off for the Whoopie Pies, number 3, Tristan Casas.
Reading has put Portland on their longest losing streak of the season, 5 in a row. As Hans Kraus hands over the ball to Nick Lackney here for the bottom of the sixth inning. Kraus went a full 5, just gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. And right now he's in line for the win. Lackney has some wiggle room here as the R-Phils ahead by 4, merging into the back part of this ball game. He has 2 strikes to Tristan Casas here. 0 for 1 with a walk today. And he gets swinging strike 3. His first batter, he faces a strikeout. And what a way to start a stint of relief.
Ronaldo Hernandez.
Called strike here to Hernandez. A line drive that drops in front of Grenny Kumana in right. Hernandez able to get one in there, and they've got a runner on with 1 out now. Hudson Potts coming up. Potts 0 for 1 with a walk as well. Swing and a miss from Potts. An off-speed pitch fools him. And the count moves to 1-1. Slow rolling ground ball to Bryson Stott. On to Gazzo, over to first. A big double play gets Nick Lackney out of this inning. Huge for the Fightin Phils to sit down the Portland Sea Dogs here in the bottom of the 6th. They keep their 4-run lead going into the top of the 7th.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
Leading off for Reading, third baseman number 6, Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott set to lead us off here in the top of the 7th. Nick Lackney used a big double play ball to get out of the bottom of the 6th very quickly, just threw 9 pitches to get the job done. One strikeout and a double play ball doesn't really get too much better than that. And so Reading has a 4-run lead as Stott goes up the middle. The shortstop ranges behind the bag and makes the play over to first. There's one out.
Left field at number 10.
Now, if Reading is able to pick up a win tonight, they'll tie their win streak for the season with 4 games in a row. They did that back in the month of July. Nope, it was June. Won the final 3 games of the series against Hartford and then picked up a win against Harrisburg to start that series. And so that was the last time they won 4 in a row, but they'll look to do so as they keep a 4-run lead here in the top of the 7th over the Portland Sea Dogs. And Steven chases for strike 2. They'll call upon De Jesus for another frame. It's pitched an inning and 2/3 here. And Reading, when they lead after 6 innings, as Steven chases for strike 3. There's 2 away. When they lead after 6, they are 29-11. And when they lead after 6 on the road, they're 16-5. So pretty good stuff they've got going on. Pretty good odds, I guess I should say, if you look in the past. The ball comes into Madison Stokes here. And when they score 5+ runs, they are 13-4 on the road and 28-11 in total. Stokes takes another ball and he gets ahead in the count. He's had a heck of a game. 2 base hits, 3 RBIs. DeJesus, glove up at his face, gets Stokes to foul it back right into the net behind home plate. There's strike 1. Got a quick 2 outs. I imagine we will see Lackney back for another frame of relief. Pitch outside makes it 3-1.
The catcher, number 36.
Madison Stokes takes ball 4. He's going to continue this inning, getting on first yet again. And here's Logan O'Hoppe looking for his first hit today. He'll have a runner on first and 2 outs. O'Hoppe takes the pitch inside here. Lefty on righty matchup. He gets the sign from manager Sean Williams in that third base coach's box. DeJesus looks over at first as O'Hoppe swings through an offering. DeJesus checks on Madison Stokes over at first. Tags him, but Stokes just really a step away. Reading 6 runs on 8 hits. Portland just 2 runs on 4 hits. Here in the top of the 7th at Hadlock Field, the sun is completely set. It is Friday night lights here at the ballpark as once again DeJesus goes over to first. Stokes just really a step off the bag. They keep offering Sea Dogs biscuits down there as O'Hoppe sends it all the way on top of the main monster. He'll have to hold up on first as it takes a good bounce off the wall. And he continues the frame with a base hit up into left field. In any other park, that would have been a home run, but not here. How far did that go? 378 feet into straight left field. And so there'll be runners on the corners now with 2 outs for Grenny Kumana. So you got to hit it up high if you want to get over that main monster that mimics Fenway Park. 315 down the left field line, but I wonder if it says on their website how tall that is up there. After a meeting at the mound, Hernandez will settle in back behind the plates. For Kumana, there's a strike one. They don't say how tall it is. They only say it was built in 2003. I've got to say it's at least 30 feet up. Maybe higher? Higher. 40? Up to 50? Maybe between 40 and 50. We'll go 50 feet up there. I'll have to ask later on. As Kumana fouls one up the third base line, though, it's 0-2 here with 2 outs. There's runners on the corner and another opportunity for Reading to tack on some insurance runs here. Top of the 7th, they lead by 4. De Jesus comes home. Kumana goes up the middle. They'll go for the easy out at second, and they get Ohapi there on a fielder's choice that ends the inning. Reading still leads by 4. We'll take stretch time here at Hadlock Field and be back in just a moment.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The Arphils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Call toll-free 1-866-HAMMOND. And the Whoopie Pies would like to thank Northern Light Mercy Hospital for sponsoring the 7th inning. Leading off for the Whoopie Pies, number 22, Ryan Fitzgerald.
Some good research was done in between inning breaks. Tom figured out 37 feet is that main monster out and left, which makes sense because the Green Monster in Fenway is the same height. Now, this contraption out and left is made out of wood, and in Fenway Park it is made out of sheet metal, so got to play it off the wall a little bit differently. And there's probably about 10 feet of netting that extends on top of the wall, but that counts as a home run. So that extra 10 feet of netting you can see there does count. You've just got to get it over the wall. Lackney in for another inning of work against the shortstop Fitzgerald. Two balls and 1 strike. Had a quick inning in the 6th. Took him just 9 pitches. And after a nice 7th inning stretch here at the ballpark, we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Reading leading 6-2. Just 4 hits to the Portland Sea Dogs. They only had 4 hits in yesterday's game as well. And time is called. A late give by the umpire Ben Phillips to Fitzgerald, as Lackney was in the motion already but held up with the throw. Ground ball right side. Gazzo can't come over enough to get to it, and Fitzgerald is going to start off this inning with a base hit.
Designated hitter number 2, Rodani Baldwin.
Here's Wildani Baldwin now, 0 for 2. This bottom 4 in the lineup has not produced in this ball game at all. That's the first hit by the bottom 4. Actually, by the bottom 5 bats. And Baldwin will come up with a runner on, nobody out now. Fouled back. And Lackney will start him off with the first pitch strike. They're doing the wave here. Wave at the ballpark. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. But the crowd is into it as they keep going around. Lackney's got Baldwin down 0-2 here. Ground ball left side, it gets in the gap. Trickles into the outfield as Fitzgerald heads to second. Back-to-back hits for the Sea Dogs, and they've got something going here in the bottom of the 7th. As Lackney looking for his first out here. He'll get Jeremy Rivera with 2 on and nobody away. Lackney looks back at second. Now will come home. We'll get a called strike right down the middle to Rivera. Fitzgerald taking a pretty sizable lead out from second. Comes home. Nice block by O'Hoppy to keep it in front of him. Lackney misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball, this could be 2. Gazzo to Stokes, onto first, and another big double play for Nick Lackney here. To get 2 outs on 1 pitch, Fitzgerald shifts to third, but I think he'd rather have the 2 outs there. And here's the number 9 hitter, Tyreek Reed. Reed 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. He takes the first pitch ball from Nick Lackney. Fouls up the third base line. It's 1-1. This one poked into foul territory by Reed. He goes the opposite way for strike 2. The lefty sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 1-2, rocketed out to left field, tracking back, it is foul. And Steven doesn't have to worry about it as he went all the way back to the wall. Just roped foul before the pole. And everybody's going to have to reset here as Lackney's going to get another chance. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Fitzgerald is on third. And he comes home, gets a foul ball out of him. We'll go again. Infield back deep here. The lefty comes home with the 1-2, swing and a miss. He gets it by Reed, and Ohapi sends it down to first. That'll do the trick as Lackney gets another chance at it, and he'll get the out he needs to preserve Reading's 4-run lead going into the top of the 8th.
Time for that perfect job. The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Saturday, August 28th from 8 a.m. to noon at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $20.30 per hour with potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Saturday, August 28th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
The world's largest whoopie pie was created... My bad. Question number 4. What is the name of the mascot of the Maine Whoopie Pie Festival? Please tweet your answer to @Portland Sea Dogs.
Sweetie pie? I like that. That's why it never shows up on my page? I never knew why it wasn't showing up on the page. Thank you.
For Reading, the first baseman, number 34, Brock Sassy.
Oh my god, I'm always wondering where they go, where stuff goes. Okay. Okay. Or just something else. Okay. That's so funny. Does Bryson do that? Oh, he just said, he just retweets it. Fun fact, thanks. Well, we learned a fun fact that I've been trying to get Bryce Harper to respond to our Roomy Homer tweets about Bryson's stats, because, you know, everybody knows Stats tweets Roomy Homer times whatever every time Harper homers. So I tweet every time Stott homers, Roomy Homer times whatever. And trying to get Bryce to respond to that, so hopefully he'll see it one time. It's playing right now. But it's Brock Stassi who leads us off in the top of the 8th inning. Another frame for DeJesus. He's been really rolling on the mound as Stassi clips this one with the end of his bat. Strike 2. Allowed just one hit in the 2 1/3 innings that he's pitched so far. Reading leads 6 runs on 9 hits. The Sea Dogs got a couple hits off of Lackney, but he kept them clean through 2 frames so far. And a ground ball from Brock Stassi into the second base territory. They flip it over to the pitcher, but Stassi has run it out. The 31-year-old beat the throw down the first base line. He still got it.
Attention, defensive changes for the Whoopie Pies. Ryan Fitzgerald at center field.
Some defensive substitutions for the Sea Dogs as the second baseman is now Tanner Nishioka. And the original second baseman, Grant Williams, shifts in for Santana. Colby Fitch comes up here. So Brock Stassi successfully singles to get himself on first to start off this inning as we get into the back part of this ball game. So nobody out with a runner on. Colby Fitch up at the plate. And he takes ball 2. Feel like I was right in the middle of something when all of that happened. But leading after 7, Reading is 16-4 on the road, which they lead after 7 right now. Fitch fouls it, into himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes here. With Brock Stassi over at first. Colby Fitch takes ball 3. With Stassi's hit, Reading has successfully had 10 hits in 5 straight games. Now they have won 3 of those 4. They're looking to win 4 of 5 tonight and 4 in a row. And Colby Fitch is punched down at the knees. He knows it. He knows it as he walks back to the dugout looking a little bit frustrated. There is out number 1.
Second baseman number 16, Sal Gazzo.
Here's Sal Gazzo now. Gazzo 1 for 3 on the day. Takes the first pitch ball. Not sure how much longer they'll give DeJesus. Nearing 45 pitches of relief here. Comes inside. Ball 2. And the lefty comes home, ball 3 here to Sal Gazzo. And there, Gazo will take strike one. De Jesus against righties. Righties bat .320, whereas lefties only bat .286. And Gazo takes ball four. He'll head down to first. That pushes Brock Stassi to second, and we get back to the top of the order with Matt Kroon. Checking in around the affiliates. Philly and Arizona still tied up at 0. Slow rolling game in the bottom of the third. And a ball comes outside to Matt Kroon. That will prompt a visit from the pitching coach. Scranton leads Lehigh Valley by 6 there in the bottom of the third. Jersey Shore just put one run on the board in the top of the fifth. They're in danger of scoring some more. They trail by 7 to Wilmington. And that run from Jersey Shore came off McCarthy Tatum's bat, a former Fightin, down with the Blue Claws to end the season. Two runners on and just one out. Matt Kroon already has a ball under his belt. The lefty De Jesus looks back at second. Now he comes home. Takes a called strike. 93 off the hands of De Jesus. And he comes inside. The ball gets away from Hernandez. Both runners advance on a wild pitch. Stassi gets to third, and now Gazo as well is in scoring position as Kroon holds off on a ball in the dirt. And there is somebody up and throwing for Portland now. Reading leads 6 runs on 10 hits to the Sea Dogs 2 runs on 6 hits. And Sea Dogs are going to play in here. They're going to try to get the out at the plate if they can. We'll see if Kroon can at least put it into the outfield. Leaning over De Jesus. Glove of the chest. Kroon fouls it back. The count 2-2 now. Two on, just one out here in the top of the 8th as we get into the back part of this ball game. Kroon pokes it the other way. Is he going to drop fair up the right field line? It does. A sliding Rivera does come up with it. But tagging is Brock Stassi and also Sal Gazo. Both of them read that right as the diving Rivera came up with it. But a run scores and Reading leads 7-2 now. So Kroon will get the RBI there. What is happening? No one was there, but he went back to second base. I saw that. I was confused as well. I guess he didn't realize the runner's tagged? Oh, he's appealing the check swing. Well, I missed that. Because Bryson Stott is up at the plate. He takes a ball 1. And there's a called strike. 2 outs here. But Reading leads by 5 now. They get 11 hits. Do I have 11 hits? I think I only have 10 hits on mine. But I'm looking at their scoring system. Everyone's a little bit confused right now as Stott takes strike 2. I only have 10 hits on my end. They've got 11 up on the board. Either way, Reading leads by 5, and that's definitive. Gazzo on third. Stokes pokes it the other way. Reed coming in. It'll drop in front of him. And Bryson Stott, a 3-hit day here. He is a triple shy of the cycle. Quite possibly his last at bat. But another multi-hit game. And now manager Corey Wimberly is arguing with the umpire here. As Gazzo scored, it's 8-2. Wimberly's out there very animated against Louis Krupa, who seems to always be caught in the middle of things. And it looks like Fornarola is going to get in the middle of them. And the crowd is roaring here. The pitching coach, Lance Carter, is coming out. And now Wimberly's going after the home plate umpire, too. He's all over everybody. Krupa's backing up. It's Fornarola who's cutting everybody off. Carter, the pitching coach, coming out to talk to Wimbo. The first baseman is holding the runner on. The second baseman is close to this, and everybody else is on the mound. Wimbo is ejected, and he is going to hand over his stuff to Lance Carter, who's already out there. The crowd loves it. I don't think they've enjoyed anything else in this game more than cheering on their manager being ejected. And that will be the day for De Jesus, as Lance Carter, the acting manager, is going to come in and take him out. So here's what's going down. Bryson Stott lined one into left. He saw Sal Gazzo. So Reading leads 8-2 with 2 outs as Stott continues the line, and Wimberly heads into the clubhouse. We'll take a short break for this pitching change.
This pitching change brought to you by the Royal River Heat Pumps, specializing in the comfort and efficiency of your home or business. Pitching for the Sea Dog, the Whoopie Pies, number 12, Jake Thompson. for Reading. Left fielder number 10, Josh Stevens.
Lots going on here in the top of the 8th inning, but the most important part is that Reading has scored 2 runs, and the umpires say that it's true, so it must be. As Bryson Stott out on first, it's Josh Stevens who's up. He fouls a pitch back, strike 1. Here's what happened with Wimberly. So on that catch, on that sacrifice fly by Matt Kroon, they're saying that Gazzo he left early. He didn't wait to tag up. And so when they went back to second, what they were doing was essentially tagging him out at second. And that's how they were saying, he left early, we're getting him out here as the pitch gets by the catcher Hernandez, but Stott holds up at first. And the umpire said, nope, Gazzo left on time. He was safe. He advances to third. And then Stott brings him home with his line drive out to left. So manager Wimberly is enraged because now he scores when he should have been out 3, or so they say. He gets ejected. And now we have a pitching change here as Emmanuel De Jesus sends it over to Jake Thompson here with 2 outs and a runner on in the top of the 8th. Reading now leads 8-2. And I was right, they did have 10 hits before. So Bryson Stott's hit is 11. So they get up to 11 either way. And that's what's going on in this ball game. Now Josh Stevens is at the plate. And he takes ball 3. Chases a high fastball, 94 by Thompson. Bryson Stott is going. A line drive, though, right into the glove of Rivera will end the inning. He's made 2 really great plays out there, and that'll do it. But Reading scores 2 runs here. They lead by 6 going into the bottom of the 8th.
Caroline, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers.
Schatz Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, after all those defensive substitutions, it will be Tanner Nishioka who leads us off here. Nishioka came in to cover second base. And the bottom of the 8th, Reading is up by 6 now. And it's still Nick Lackney who's on the mound. Gets 1 ball and 1 strike. Lackney comes set at the chest. He's got some run support here, and he pitches a strike at the knees. Swing and a miss. He gets out of Nishioka. The tag on by Ohapi, and there's 1 away.
The shortstop, number 51, Grant Williams.
Williams up here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now, the Sea Dogs are the home team, so they will bat in the bottom of the 9th. So Reading will have 3 more outs, and the Sea Dogs have 5 outs. Fly ball into right, hustling in. Kumana on the run, 1 pitch, out number 2.
First baseman, number 3, Tristan Casas.
And here's Tristan Casas now. Casas takes strike 1. Infield back deep. Lackney comes home in the dirt. And it evens again. Once again, down low, ball 2. Casas was his first batter when he came in relief, and he struck him out swinging. Now he pitches 3 balls and a strike to him. Lefty on lefty gets Casas to foul it up, and it's a full count here with 2 outs, looking for a quick 1-2-3. And he takes ball 4 downstairs, so this inning will move along as the Sea Dogs get a runner on first with 2 outs for Ronaldo Hernandez.
The Service Master Fire and Water Cleanup hitter, Ronaldo Hernandez.
Stassi holds on the runner here. The lefty comes home. A pop-up, it's coming for the booth. It lands about a couple rows down in front of us. There's a hustle for it. Right in front of the booth here. A little distracted by the foul ball. But it's strike 1 for Nick Lackney. Ohapi in a high crouch here, but he gets the ball low. It's 2-1. He comes set, he looks at his runner on first, and he comes home in the dirt. 3-1. Runner on first, 2 outs. A high fly ball going back. Matt Kroon at the warning track. He makes the catch. The crowd wanted that to be a home run, but just got held up in the air. Not enough on it. And Kroon is all over it here to end the bottom of the 8th. Reading keeps their 6-run lead. Just 1 inning of work left at Hadlock Field.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today.
The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
Leading off for Reading, the shortstop, number 15, Madison Stokes.
Madison Stokes will lead us off here for the top of the 9th inning. Reading 8 runs on 11 hits. Portland 2 runs on 6 hits. Stokes takes a ball upstairs. It's Jake Thompson who came in and got the final out of the 8th, who's in here to pitch for the top of the 9th. Back-to-back balls here from Madison Stokes. Thompson comes home. The righty puts another one back on the roof.
That foul is off the third wetland, presented by Ducks Unlimited.
The kids have congregated right in front of the broadcast booth there, waiting for foul balls, since this seems to be a big spot for them. Got bleacher seats right in front of the press box here as Stokes takes one inside. 3-1 here. I would not be surprised if Lackney came in for the bottom of the 9th, but it does look like somebody is warming up in the bullpen for Reading. He's already thrown 3. And they'll give somebody else an opportunity for the bottom of the 9th. Stokes takes a called strike. The count is now full. Sets up, glove at the waist. Thompson, the payoff pitch, a foul ball back right here as it bounces down a bunch of rows, though. There's an aggressive hustle for it. I have to say, this is the only other ballpark where I've seen fans chase for foul balls like they do in Reading. One of my favorite parts to watch as Stokes is punched out looking. And he'll head back into the dugout with one away.
The catcher, number 36, Logan O'Hoppy.
Bryce Harper hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So the Phillies lead the Diamondbacks by 2. Came off the bat 110 miles per hour by Bryce Harper to give his team the lead. And Aaron Nola, 4 innings of work, just giving up 1 hit. Thompson gets a first pitch strike to Logan O'Hoppy, and he sends a ball down and away. O'Hoppy checks the swing, but he does not go around. O'Hoppy sends it upstairs. The center fielder, now Ryan Fitzgerald, makes the play. There's 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 3, Granny Kumana.
Here's Granny Kumana now, with 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
That fly out not brought to you by a Telco, because their internet gets it out of the park.
Kumana takes 1 ball and 1 called strike at the jersey letters. Takes a called strike at the knees, 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Reading leads by 6. A little blooper up the infield. It's slow rolling enough. He might be able to beat it out. The throw by the shortstop is not in time. It was a good throw, but it was just took a couple hops in the infield grass, and it was slow to move. So Granny Kumana gets himself an infield single. And here is Brock Stassi. Kumana shuffles off first as Stassi takes a ball inside. Leading after 8 innings, Reading is 26-5. Stassi breaks his bat up the first base line right into the glove of Casas. He's already got his foot on the bag. And there's out 3. They strand Kumana on, but they're up by 6 as we head into the bottom half. It will be someone coming in from the bullpen to pitch for Reading here at the bottom of the 9th.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Viss Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an art-filled game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Your home or business. Now pitching for Reading, number 4, Zach Warren. Leading off on the Whoopie Pies, third baseman number 5, Hudson Cox.
What you gonna do? I'ma pull up with the crew. When I'm on the juice, I like to hang out the roof. I'm ready to.
Bottom of the ninth inning, and Reading is 3 outs away from their 4th win in a row. The ball is handed to Zach Warren here for the final 3 outs of this ball game. Hudson Potts is up at the plate. He takes the first pitch ball. Reading, 8 runs on 12 hits. Portland, 2 runs on 6 hits. Everybody was on base at least once as Hudson Potts drills this into center field. It'll travel all the way to the wall. He's headed for 2. The Sea Dogs start off this inning with a double here to Hudson Potts. Now Warren has 6 runs of room. Not a save situation just yet. So as I was saying before, everybody has reached one way or another. And everybody but Colby Fitch recorded a hit. He did walk down to first though. And a couple of guys had 2-hit days. Matt Kroon and Bryson Stott both homered. Madison Stokes reached on a single and a double. So Warren will face off Fitzgerald with a runner on second and nobody out. Lefty on lefty here he comes in the dirt. He's had 2 tough back-to-back outings, both in extra innings. Gave up runs at the top of the 10th twice. But he'll have an opportunity to get the final outs here in this ball game. He'll get his first strike here to Fitzgerald, 1-1. Swing and a miss as Fitzgerald chases down and away for strike 2. Fitzgerald stays alive as he fouls it back. Hans Kraus started us off with 5 innings of work, just 3 hits, 2 runs. Nick Lackney gave us 3 clean frames to hang in there as Reading put some runs on the board. A swinging strike. It's dropped by O'Hoppy. He picks it up and sends it to Sassy. Now, Potts advances to third, but I think Warren will take it for the 1 out. Here's Roldani Baldwin. Tough part of the lineup for the Sea Dogs. They account for not much production today, although the Sea Dogs 7 hits and 2 runs. Ground ball gets in the gap on the left side of the infield. Baldwin will plate a run. It's now 8-3 here as Potts crosses the dish. And Warren will have a runner on with 1 out here for Jeremy Rivera. Now we'll have the 8 and 9 guys to get out before he's going to have to face the top of the order. Now Nishioka came in for Danny Santana, so not as tough as it was in the beginning of the game. Rivera pokes this one sharply foul. There's strike 1. Rivera swings through 83 from Zach Warren. There's strike 2. A slow roller back to Warren. He picks it up, fires it perfectly to Stassi. A good play. Stayed calm. The runner advanced, but there's 2 outs. Lots of commotion going on in front of me here. Some kids. And there's 2 outs, so their dad is calling them away. Gotta leave with 2 outs. Can't wait in the traffic. Here's Tyreek Reed. Reed 0 for 3, all strikeouts today. He'll send it right into the glove of Madison Stokes. Reaches out that arm wingspan, gets the job done. And the Fightins win 4 straight over the Portland Sea Dogs, a commanding 8-3 victory here in 9 innings of work. And Hans Kraus picks up his first win with the Reading Fightin' Phils as they get the job done here over the Portland Sea Dogs. This is a win streak for them. 4 is their highest so far in the season. They've tied it up. They'll go for 5 tomorrow. 6 o'clock here at Hadlock Field. We'll see you then. Fans, thanks for joining me. Your Fightin' Phils beat the Portland Sea Dogs